So the Diamond and Pearl remake came out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So that wasn't the worst remake that's come out this month.
No, it wasn't.
But it certainly had problems.
Okay.
Because it turns out there's a switch at the very start of the code in this game. Some data miners went in and looked into it.
Okay.
Turns out you are literally buying the same game, no matter which version you buy.
Yeah.
I did always wonder, and now it's confirmed.
So no, previously it was two different versions that were similar, whereas Diamond and Pearl this time are identical.
Yeah, but wasn't the only difference like the Pokemon you could catch and the color palette?
Okay, Nick, put it this way: if you bought Red,
And the legendary, yeah.
If you bought Red back in the day, you couldn't flip a switch within the programming to make it be Pokemon Blue.
Ah, I see. I
In
see
this
what the
one-
problem is here.
In Brilliant Diamond or whatever it's called,
Brilliant
You can
Diamond, Shining Pearl, I think.
yeah. Okay, Crazy Diamond, and
No.
Star Platinum.
Oh,
If you hit,
no.
you can hit a switch
Stop.
at the start to make it be the other game.
Right, I see.
It's that identical.
I see the problem with
Ah.
this.
Yeah.
Saying that though,
At this point, I don't get why you bother making two different versions if you're gonna do that.
yeah, just
That's a
just
lie. I
do
do
it,
know why. It's just
Do it one and call it fucking Pokemon Nickels and Diamonds or something.
yeah.
Speaking of which, I looked into Pokemon games for the first time in a very long while
Ooh.
since our last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, I haven't bought one yet, but I discovered something called Let's Go Pikachu.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
What it is basically a remake of Pokemon Yellow,
Yes.
which is the game I grew up on. There's a few little differences, but like the music's the same, it's just been uprated. Everything's in the same location you can remember. It's amazing.
Doesn't it play more like Pokemon Go?
I'm not sure.
That was my understanding.
I'm not sure. By the looks of things, it just looks like Pokemon Yellow, but in like 3D. But I don't care. I'm fucking here for it. Like when I get paid, or if I get some like Christmas presents or something, I want to go play it. Let's Go Pikachu.
So it's the same game, but instead of battling wild Pokemon, you're trying to catch them, and that's it. And you I think you lure it in with fruit and shit,
Yeah, I thought the battle
they might
system
run
was
away.
different.
Oh,
but you
so
still battle people. However, once you battle people, there's no other. You can't. I don't think you can really battle them, and there's no other way to get money in the game.
just like Pokemon Yellow then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so I get it. So basically, the way to catch Pokemon, you don't like beat them to within an inch of their life and then throw a Pokeball at them. It's like you sort of lure them in and trap them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Safari mechanic, kind of.
Yeah,
that's
it is.
that's interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think's a lot more friendly.
I might have to give one of these a go, come to think of it.
So basically, dear listener, you donate to our Ko-fi, that's what I'll be spending it on.
Yeah, that's fair. So, Grace, what have you been reading then?
Hang on. Let me put my colouring book down.
God,
Grace has written her notes in crayon this week.
don't say crayon, we're not sponsored.
Now, we better get a move on because it's nearly Grace's nap time, you see.
Oh, yeah.
I go to bed at 9. I'll have you
She's
know.
got her warm milk ready.
Shut up.
She's
That's
been
literally
fed.
what I'm drinking.
It's time for naps.
Yeah, hot chocolate PJs.
Why am I being called out?
Oh, dear.
I've got an early start tomorrow.
Oh, you
Not
do? Yeah,
tomorrow.
you're going to get shredded.
I'm gonna get shredded. I'm gonna get shredded tomorrow. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm gonna dress like a gym leader,
Hey!
and I'm gonna have assholes in spandex telling me how to lift.
Which gym leader are you dressing as?
I don't know. I think I'll go as a fighting type gym leader because that's easy to replicate. I'll put some bandages on my knuckles and just show up in like
Hang on.
a wife beater and some leggings.
I'm googling the fighting gym leaders just to see if I can pick out a good
The
outfit.
fighting gym leader in Diamond and Pearl. I just
Who
need
is
the
that?
hair dye.
I've seen B, who looks like a buff version of 2B from Nier Automata.
I don't have her uniform, sadly. Or I mean, I'm getting the grey hair, but I'm a little way off yet.
I mean, I suppose if you didn't want Jim to talk to you, you could dress as Whitney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm afraid he'd get violent if I dressed as Whitney.
You'll show up at my house dressed as Whitney and I will punch you.
Yeah, with like a...
Just cold, just straight. Won't even question it. Just right. Whitney's here. This is a joke. I do not condone violence.
Did she really damage your team and masculinity that hard?
It's just time for revenge. Honestly, Googling fighting gym leaders, it's mostly pictures of B.
Yeah, she did cause quite a stir rolling out with like no shoes on, and all the foot fetish people just sort of went, yes.
It's not just the shoe, it's the thighs.
Oh,
Like,
dear.
she thick.
She's not drawn with like massive thighs. She's just drawn with normal sized thighs for a person as opposed to an anime girl.
Oh wait, yeah, no, she's got normal size. She's got normal size thighs, but her hip to waist ratio is absurd.
Is stylized. Yeah.
It's heavily so. Like, look at that.
Yeah, okay.
Like, her thighs are the size of her stomach.
Hang on, let me wait for it to load.
Yeah, that's...
See, we got the shield version, so we got the ice mummy instead of the fighting girl. So.
Okay.
Oh yeah, bloody hell!
I guess I'm gonna have to buy this version then.
Don't be ridiculous.
We'll see. And then
Okay.
I get the hot fighting type.
I mean, yeah, but
Fair enough.
you've missed out on the ice type.
What was the ice type like?
Thick.
Oh,
what?
Is it Melanie?
Yeah, Melanie.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Because we were in the shop together buying it, and we looked at the back.
yeah, we were
like, should we
evaluating
buy it
who's-
based on the Pokemon? We're like, nah. Buy it
Well,
based on
Who's the
the
hottest
MILF.
gym leader? So this is Melanie for Nick's benefit.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thighs for days.
Mm-hmm.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
And we know for certain that Melanie's of age.
Yeah.
An important
I
thing.
mean, you can kind of tell that in the picture, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's got a son.
Oh, well, there
Ah.
we go. Yeah. So
Of course,
we're already
past
there.
me picked MILF over fighting tomboy.
Yeah, of course we did.
Yeah. I can respect that.
So long
This
ago.
is the scary thing. We will be very soon the same age as those MILFs.
Not all MILFs.
Well, yeah.
Not all MILFs are the same age, first of
The
all.
same age
Yes,
as
I know
those
that.
MILFs.
Jesus.
What a quote. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, here we are, fucking speeding towards middle age. But,
So, Grace, what are you reading?
Okay, right. Shall I introduce the fic?
Okay, yeah, let's
Yes.
start from the top. So, Grace,
Okay.
what have you been reading?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have found probably one of my favourite pairings ever, even though I did not know I needed it. And this is Love Ball by Lechies or Lechies, however you want to pronounce it, and it's explicit.
oh, okay.
This is Ball Guy from Pokemon, the mascot leader in your gyms, and you.
What?
And
Oh.
you, Nick, as the reader.
And
He's
So-
me.
shipped with you. And you too, James.
For those of us that didn't play Sun and Moon, do you want to explain Ball Guy very briefly?
Ball Guy is a mascot for the Galar Pokemon Sword and Shield tournaments and gyms because they're all sponsored. And so he is the guy in a costume, red shirt, beefcake, and he's got a Pokeball on his head with a pair of eyes on it and a mouth.
God, he is ripped, isn't he?
You go to him to get some Pokeballs every once in a while, and he'll like do like a funny dance, and he'll pose, and he'll give you a Pokeball, and he'll give you some words of encouragement, and it's all very endearing. However, I think the fandom has agreed that that helmet is not his. It's not his costume; it's his head, and he's in fact an
Yeah.
eldritch horror who's slipped into another dimension. And this bit
Amazing.
capitalises on it, but in a slightly different way, which I appreciate.
So does the mouth move when he talks?
No.
Okay, good. That'd be
Okay.
creepier.
So, tags. Crack, gender neutral everything. Dom reader, sub ball
Oh.
guy. Ever regret writing something.
Oh, you know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Summary: you pushed your winning streak by taking it up against Ball Guy. With their ever-smiling face and toned body, you simply couldn't resist the person who triggered all of your primal instincts. Notes: no one asked for this, so I delivered, and we thank you for
I
it.
would have asked for this if it was an option.
Oh, fuck's sake.
We said who wrote this, right?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I want to just quickly begin the story with a bit of a passage. You entered the gym stadium. There they stood in their tall, prestigious glory, ball guy, or girl, anyway. They have been a staple throughout your journey. At every stadium before every match, they handed you a special ball, but this time it was different. You had been here before. You were the champion and had conquered the battle tower. Yet, there was one thing left to conquer. Ball guy.
Ball guy.
Oi, ball
Oh.
guy. You pressed A, causing them to turn towards you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
So depending on who you're playing as in Pokemon Sword and Shield, that's either Oi Ball Guy or Oi Ball Guy.
Okay.
You can
You know.
play Scottish.
Yeah.
You can't play Scottish, sadly.
Female one is canonically Scottish, or at least they are in my mind.
They are in your
Oh,
mind, but
yes.
sadly, they did not deliver on the voice actors.
That's a
That's-
damn shame.
That's
The
an
fandom was.
American person doing an English accent, and
I'm
I
pretty
hate
sure
it.
the fandom was pretty keen on them being Scottish, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are actually fics where they've gone. There's a tag called Scottish Gloria,
Yes.
which is her name,
Hey.
and they're just like, no, we're fixing it.
That's a damn shame. Nintendo, stop being cowards. Put Scottish trainers in there. Okay, sorry, carry on.
Okay, so got another ball for me now that I've conquered the battle tower. You asked, tone pushing them back in their place. Ball guy crossed their arms before letting out a laugh. Ha ha ha! As if their tone got dark and the music stopped. I'm all out of balls. Their laughing animation stopped and they returned to their idle position. The lack of music made the ping from the next A button sound deafening in contrast. Unless you could feel the glare from behind their masks. If they even modelled a face behind it with your quick wit, you knew exactly what they were alluding to. Oh yes. What is to follow would bump up the rating of this game quite a bit.
Oh,
Bring
no.
it.
oh no, Ball guy is
Ball Guy is balls out.
Ball guy is going to
Oh, as you can see, this is written as if it really is in the game in
Yeah.
a weird way. And I love it. It's very amusing. And it carries on throughout this fic.
Rose of the Rondelands was the stadium for the evening. Room 069, the battlefield. Nice. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. I like how, and then the door closes behind you, and the battle music and animation kicks in. And it's just like, you are challenged by Ball Guy, but the screen.
Oh, hang on, we need the music. Challenge by Ball Guy. I think we're all doing different versions.
Oh yeah, we do. Oh fuck, I'm doing the Hoenn version. I've forgotten the fucking.
Incidentally,
Galar
there is
version.
something on Tumblr. I think it was.
What, do you mean the one where they've piled the very beginning of them all put
Yeah,
together?
and it sounds like a
Ooh.
clown is chasing you.
It
Oh my God.
It sounds like an anxiety attack.
I
does.
want
Fucking
to listen
horrendous.
to that. I'm going
Okay,
to look
let
that
me-
up after this show.
Hang on, I can show you it right now if Grace
Oh
wants an
my
interlude.
God.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I think it's got a picture of Gloria's face on it, the Scottish one as well.
Yeah.
So.
The fucking build-up, man.
Yeah,
I know.
Jesus.
it's an anxiety attack.
You're just waiting for the other end of it, but it never comes.
No.
It's like that fucking THX one,
Yeah.
where the sound effect just keeps going upwards. It's like you're just expecting it to sort of end, but no, fucking hyperspace.
Exactly.
Fuck's sake.
And next time you have a panic attack, you'll hear it.
Oh, I thought the Guardians in Breath of the Wild freaked the fuck out of me.
Oh, the
That's
Guardian piano.
horrendous.
Put the Guardian piano in there.
Oh, God's sake. I was once lying in bed and like just listening to the soundtrack of Breath of the Wild because it was relaxing, and I had the whole compilation. I had no idea they'd put the fucking Guardians theme in there, and I was just lying there, and then suddenly the fucking piano started tinkling, and I just lost my shit in the dark of my room. I was like, ah! 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 Oh,
I know that feeling.
it's awful.
Okay, so you're challenged by Ball Guy.
Okay, you are challenged by Ball Guy, but the screen does not go to a battlefield. It just looks at the bed. No music. This is an unplanned part of the game. You're going into uncoded territory, basically.
This is one of those big titty mods, isn't it?
Only it's a. I think Ball Guy is a guy. So
well, yeah, but like
it's one of those big dick
Everything's
mods.
written neutrally, so you don't really know.
Yeah, it's one of those mods like that you get for Skyrim, which basically just means you can have sex with people.
Yeah.
There's nothing for the plot. It's like, yeah, you see that man over there, you can burn him.
Only it seems like Ball Guy is self-aware within Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's the impression I'm getting.
Oh my good grief!
Oh, fuck's sake. So he's just like, he sort of lies down and he's like, come hither, trainer. And like, you sort of go over. And,
So this isn't a battle.
well, no, not an actual battle.
Certainly doesn't fucking seem like it.
He's not brought out any Pokemon yet.
Either way, because it's a sub-dom fic, you as the reader take control of your game again. And sort of start bossing him around, and he's sort of like, you like that, you ball.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it says here, this was so confusing. There was no way to praise or even humiliate a person like this. Anyone who dressed up like that at their own volition had no shame or actually got off from it. You hoped it was not the latter. There are kids playing this game. Want me to take off my uniform, baby? They didn't wait for an answer. They just moved their hands onto the hem of their shirt and just went, I can't take this off without. And it's like, fuck it, let's just rip it off because we can't get the shirt off over your fucking ball head. Yeah.
So that's his
like,
real head.
She's leaving the head on if it isn't his real head.
The head stays on during sex.
The head stays on during sex.
You can leave your head on.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, so there's abs all over the place, and he's like, oh yes, excellent. And you can hear his heavy breathing.
So they programmed abs onto him, but not a way to remove the ball.
I know. And he was like, you thanked the 3D modelling team for the visual feast.
Yeah, why did the modelling team give him abs?
I love the idea that the 3D visualing team were like, should we give him a face under here? No. Should we give him abs? Yeah.
This is vitally important in case anyone tries to shag the ball guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Ball Guy was relishing in the sounds of pleasure. They pushed your hips harder on their body. That's it, baby. Keep grinding. Luckily, with improved quality of life features, e.g. XP candies, grinding wasn't as necessary as in previous generations. But tonight it was. This was uncharted Pokemon game territory.
Fucking go!
Son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
One of my most favourite lines in this thing. So good.
Hey, why don't you take everything off too, you asked. Sure, but the ball head stays on.
Yeah.
So, I used to do lots of like theological debates and stuff like that, and I've always got stuck at trying to explain one theory I had, but this fic somehow words it perfectly, and I'll explain how.
Yeah, please.
And I never thought I'd find myself in future referencing this fic, but the way the moonlight turned their figure into a silhouette made their gyrating hips an even bigger sight to behold. You'd be praising Arceus if it was in the Galar Pokedex, but alas, Galar was a godless place, and sin doesn't exist when God doesn't either.
Wait, was
Sin
that-
doesn't exist when God, doesn't either.
Brilliant.
My God.
I am stealing that and using it at some point.
I will be quoting Love Ball by Lechies if I ever have to write it down. And then, with
So
a
I'm just
link to this
imagining,
fic.
like, normally in philosophical, when people make like motivational philosophical, they have like the marble statue of the philosopher they're talking about, right?
Yeah.
They have that as the
Yes.
background, and then the quote of like, "To be or not to be Aristotle" or whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
And
I'm gonna have a picture of Ball Guy.
You've
with
got a
his
picture
abs
of Ball
out.
Guy in the Rodin's, I think, pose, and then
No, he's not. He's gonna be lying on a bed with a come hither finger, and that's gonna be the quote under it.
and then this is going to be a sin doesn't
Sin
exist
doesn't
when
exist
God
when
doesn't either.
either.
To be honest, I'm tempted to make that the episode title as well.
Yes, yes, definitely.
There is no sin if God doesn't exist.
No, the fun was really about to start. It was time to put the R18 sticker on the box. You pressed A, moving one of your hands to the polygons that made up their groin.
Oh,
Oh no.
Ah, fuck's sake.
You demanded more. More moans, mules, and more balls.
Ah.
Need more balls, Ball Guy.
So you deliver the final blow, a super effective critical hit, pushing Ball Guy and yourself over the edge. And it cuts to, you defeated Ball Guy, before fading back into isometric. Congratulations, Challenger! Ball Guy was standing in front of you, forming their laughing animation.
he's recovered remarkably quickly.
Yeah.
But you sure gave me a happy ending. Meryl, to claim your prize, let me give you this. And you received an escape rope.
Oh,
And he's like,
okay.
it's for our rematch, of course. I have, there's more than one item I can give you for every rematch. You had memorised the drop tables for every possible item, but escape rope didn't come up in any of them for Ball Guy. And for our next match, their tone darkened again. I want you to tie me up.
Oh.
Note, had to end my year with a bang and a firecracker. Happy New Year, everyone. See you in 2020. I thought that was fantastic.
If we had found this in 2020, it would have improved 2020 for me.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yes, we should have done Pokemon sooner.
Indeed.
Fantastic.
So just looking at the comments, there's someone called Cock and Ball Guy Torture.
What?
Cock and Ball Guy Torture has said, "Oh, thank God, I can finally fucking nut."
Oh my God.
I read his username in like a vocoded voice because of that
Yeah.
one video.
Yeah. So this is the first erotic fic I've read when no one's genitals are mentioned.
Well, they are, but they're called polygons.
Yeah, we have no idea what's in either character's pants.
Yeah.
Well, it did say it was remaining neutral, and they've,
Yeah,
and
and
they've
honestly,
done it really well.
that's
Yeah, they did.
I'm
yeah,
impressed.
That's impressive. Yeah.
It's very hard to write completely gender neutral sex.
Yeah, we're very
Like,
normalised to gender.
One gender neutral character, that's probably easier. Both, wow.
Yeah.
It's definitely the first I've encountered.
Yeah, brilliantly written crackfic.
Mhm. Better than I expected.
There is another comment here, which I quite liked,
Yeah.
which pretty much sums up my reaction to things like this.
Mm-hmm.
This was shared in a Discord server I'm in. I read the summary, took a 50ml bottle of London dry gin, then started reading, and maybe I would touch buzz, but I'm dying, fam. This is everything I want in a crackfic. I concur.
Yeah.
I'm not
Amen.
having gin until later tonight, but fucking hell, I concur.
Oh, excellent. I'm glad it went down well.
Mhm.
Because I was worried I was overhyping this because I was just so, I don't
seal
know,
of
I just
approval.
saw this, I was like, fuck yes.
So there are only 11 other works involving Ball Guy.
I think that's a shame.
It's an untapped fandom.
It is an untapped
Yeah.
fandom. And
It
most of
is
the time he's a minor character, I think.
Oh, That's
Wait.
a
No,
shame.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
wait.
sure I've seen another one where he shags a gym leader of some sort.
There's one where he shags Leon, and it looks like Mpreg.
Bloody hell.
Is Ball Guy
Hang
the
on.
one getting pregnant?
It's called How Pokeballs Are Really Made, so
So probably.
I would say yes.
Amazing.
I found him shagging your favourite Kabu as well.
Ah. What do you mean my favourite? I mean, I
He's your
suppose he's my
favourite, right?
He's got my favourite team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hilarious balls puns, though.
Actually, no, that I did see that earlier, and I think that's the one where he's an eldritch horror, but like
Yes.
it's just ambiguous.
That looks like what I found as well.
Oh, hit a microphone there, James.
I know, sorry, I'm tied up in all these cables. I was trying to untangle myself.
That sounded like the Eldritch horror noise, which would be in a horror game about Ball Guy.
It's escaping.
Oh no.
We have a containment breach on Ball Guy.
Oh. I can already see him happy dancing his way out of the cells.
Yeah.
On his way for more cock and ball torture.
Oh god. He does look like the happy go serial killer
Mhm.
Yeah.
trope, doesn't
I'm
he?
surprised he's not in a horror game just yet.
I
Give
reckon
it
he
time.
will be. Like, it'll be like a fucking Slenderman clone.
Yeah.
Only it's Ball Guy.
I'd like to see a fight between him and Slenderman. I think he'd wreck Slenderman.
Yeah. He put Slenderman in a ball.
Yeah, he might send it out for battles. You are challenged by Ball Guy and he just sends out Slenderman and you're there with your owlet going, oh,
Slenderman, I choose you. And then it just starts staticking. Okay, so Nick, what have you been reading?
I've got another short but sweet one.
Okay.
So I have been reading. It's quite interesting, this, really, because have you ever wondered whether Team Rocket gets sick of being foiled by Ash and Pikachu?
Yeah.
Because this fic kind of answers some of those questions. It's called A Meal a Day Keeps Team Rocket Away by Tavriel.
Okay.
And it's not an explicit one. I just thought it was kind of funny because Brock is the main character in this.
Oh, good.
And he's just fucking done with life. Anyway, the summary reads, Brock realises that the way to get Team Rocket to leave him and his friends alone is to bribe them with food.
Okay.
Honestly, that's the fic. That's entirely the fic. Brock has always considered himself to be a patient person. He can put up with a lot of shit, can't he, Brock?
Yeah.
he does, really, doesn't he?
But one thing that keeps fucking him off is Team Rocket, because he's lost count of how many times Team Rocket has attempted to steal Pikachu. He's lost count of the number of times he and his friends had fallen into a pit trap, etc.
I can see why
And,
that gets annoying.
Brock has, at the minute, half a mind to yell at Team Rocket that they should try doing something constructive with their time instead of stalking them, but he really wasn't the type of person to yell.
Yes, he is.
Well,
Yeah, he absolutely is.
Yeah, this is the sort of difference in this. I just like the idea of Brock just being fucking dumb.
Alright.
Okay, so it starts off with our three heroes, Ash, Misty and Brock. Brock's been to the farmer's market. He's got a load of ingredients and stuff. And he's going to cook some curry. He loves having meals with family and stuff. I know Ash and Misty isn't his family, but like they're the next best thing since he's on the road all the time. But, you know, it's bothering him that Team Rocket are always trying their bullshit. And sure enough, that's what happens. The ground begins to shake and a net was hurled through the air, lands on Brock and his friends and stuff like that.
Perfect.
And then, you know, another net was hurled over their Pokemon. You know, we can kind of guess who this is. This is very, very sort of Team Rocket style. Elaborate traps and things like that.
Coming up in a balloon.
Yeah, that's it.
So, they may be incompetent, but they absolutely have a flair for the dramatic.
Yes, they do.
And I admire that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, if they put more thought into actually making a working plan, they could have succeeded.
I know, but...
But no, they focus so much on the dramatic entrance.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
They just completely miss.
That's my thoughts exactly. They could do things quietly, but no. They've got to stand in front of them, do the motto, and, you know, throw a net over them or whatever, while presumably fucking Ash, Misty and Brock sit around twiddling their thumbs. But anyway.
Yeah.
So the net's been thrown over. Team Rocket start to haul the net up to dangle it under the balloon while they find a place to capture them. Brock's like wondering, how did they get to the strength to do this? Like, my Onyx is about 400 pounds on its own.
Yeah.
Like, have they considered working the circus as a strongman? And like at the minute, Brock has got he can feel a headache coming on at the minute.
He's done.
What's
yeah.
a really funny image, okay, is basically Ash is doing the whole Ash thing. He's sort of flailing around, let me out, I'll get you, that's it. I've just got this image of Brock in my head, just sat there like, really? Again? For fuck's sake.
It's only Tuesday.
Mm.
So anyway, the net gets dumped on the ground, and Brock gets a crazy idea. And after being friends with Ash for so long, Brock had learnt that crazy ideas usually worked. He just hoped he had Ash's luck when it came to crazy ideas. So Brock shouts out, "If you let our Pokemon go, I'll share our dinner with you." And then there's just silence.
Oh yeah, they're usually broken hungry, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse's like, "Did you say food? Like the food you made that one time?" So Brock foils their escape attempt by offering them food. And Jesse says, "You've got yourself a deal," and they go and shovel their fucking dinner down, basically. They've forgotten all about, like, Pikachu and the other Pokemon, and they're just able to fucking walk away while they have a good meal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it does work. But
Shit.
anyway, Misty and Ash.
It almost makes you feel bad for Team Rocket, to be honest.
We'll
That
get
they're-
to that.
They spend all their money on fucking massive machines.
Yeah, they spend all their money on disguises and balloons.
Yes, yeah.
And
We will get to that, you will see.
okay.
Anyway, Ash is a bit pissed off because he wanted seconds. Typical Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Brock's like, I just don't feel like fighting with them. I thought they'd leave us alone if I offered them food. And he's like, "I promise to make your favourite, Ash." Ash is like, "Yeah, that's okay." But anyway, Brock makes a plan. He's going to make some more food, and if they're ever attacked by Team Rocket again, which of course they will be, he's going to offer them food again. Anyway, sure enough, they show up again. Brock wonders how they managed to find Ash, and he also, in his train of thought, he thinks they probably make good detectives, or private detectives that don't mind bending the law, or maybe Team Rocket was that incompetent that they can only find Ash.
Yeah, how do they keep finding...
They stalk them, don't
I
they?
guess it's just luck, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. They don't have, like, many more irons in the fire, I don't think, than Ash.
Yeah,
and
they
his
have no other
Pikachu.
plan. Even though there are other better Pokemon out there, no offense to Pikachu.
Yeah, I can't remember why the Pikachu was special.
I don't...
Because it took down Mew and Ho-Oh and just, like, all the others.
They were hunting it well before that, though.
Yeah, they were, but, like, it was gonna... I think they just grew an obsession, didn't they?
Yeah, he's their white whale. He's the one that got away.
Probably right. Yeah. So they're just, I don't know, incompetent, I guess.
Like,
and
that's the point.
stubbornness.
Ash can't keep Pikachu in a ball willingly.
No.
Team Rocket are not going to be able to keep Pikachu in a ball.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
He's not a good Pokemon to capture.
no, he's going to escape anyway, eventually.
There are stronger Pokemon that will willingly get in the ball. Get in the ball. Get in the ball, Shinji.
That was,
Sorry, neither of you will get that.
no, absolutely not.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh,
Get in the robot, Shinji.
There will be a few people who sort of point at the wireless and go, "Ah, ha, ha,"
Fellow
Well, that's
weebs
not
will
me.
find this funny.
Yes, they will.
I don't think anyone's listening to us on the wireless, however.
No, more's the pity. But anyway,
Oh no, actually, if you download the podcast on a phone, probably doing it on Wi-Fi,
yeah, so you are listening to us
which
on
I
the
guess
wireless.
is a wireless.
Yeah.
Huh.
If you Bluetooth us to your car radio or that sort of thing,
Yeah,
listen to us on the wireless. There we go.
okay.
So anyway, Brock tries the same trick again. Meowth's not having any of it. And, he's like, "We're not falling for the same trick twice," but Jesse and James, they're just already...
they're like,
They
yes,
have
we
fallen for the
are.
same trick twice.
Yes, they have fallen for the same trick twice. They're like, "Yeah, fuck it, we can't do it on an empty stomach. We'll need energy if we want to capture Pikachu." And then basically, James offers some food to Meowth, and Meowth bursts into tears. He's like, "This is the best food I've ever had." And
No.
Ash, Brock, and Misty book it out of there, but not before like Brock yells thanks over his shoulder because he's proud of his cooking. Is Brock?
Yeah, good on
Yeah,
him.
I should have mentioned that. He enjoys cooking.
Yeah, I vaguely remember him cooking a lot in the show,
Yeah.
but I mostly remember the fact that he used a frying pan as a drying pan.
Yes,
Right.
that's
Which-
probably why he had the frying pan.
Yeah, he had to like look after all of his siblings, which he had many of because his parents sort of fucked off.
That's exactly it.
And fucked around.
Like, yeah, his parents are always working, and it's explained later on in the fic that he basically learned to cook because A, he enjoyed doing it, but B, it meant him and his siblings could have something to eat other than, you know, like sandwiches and instant noodles and stuff like that.
Donuts.
So, yeah, that's quite a nice thing, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't changed much anyway, because, of course, he cooks all the meals for Ash and Misty, because Ash and Misty can't cook either. So, yeah, anyway. Misty and Ash are pissed, though, because they're like, we don't want you cooking for them. They're bastards. Why should they deserve food? And things like that.
Yeah.
But Brock's like, I just think it'd be easier to give Team Rocket a sandwich and leave instead of fighting them all the time.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Here's another plot hole that kind of gets filled in from the Pokemon games. So this is kind of a fix-it fic in a way. Because Misty asks Ash, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you, why don't you ever just have Pikachu blast Team Rocket off in the middle of the motto?
It'd be rude.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's like they could rock up on the horizon and go, prepare for trouble, bang, problem solved. Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again before they've said the motto. Job's a good un.
That's not the way.
I think that has happened before. They're like,
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sick of this shit. Off you go.
No, not today. Fuck off.
it depends. I think it was like one time they had a good budget and they're like, we don't have to fill some time in with the motto, so we can just send them off on their way.
Yeah, maybe the writers had like an off day.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, they couldn't think of anything interesting to say at the beginning of the motto. To protect the world from devastation.
Yeah.
Unite all people.
There we
in
go.
our nation. It's funny because there is like a proper motto for Team Rocket, but they've got it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, the real motto is, I think Cassidy and Butch say it,
Oh.
and it's like to create devastation and to divide people within
Wait,
the
what?
nation.
Ah,
So
Yeah.
not only is Jesse and James' version wrong, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah, it's the nice version. Also, they're the only people in the
Oh, bless.
organisation to wear white. Everyone else wears black.
Do you know what?
Bless 'em.
This kind of fits. Thinking about it, they're probably the least evil ones in Team Rocket.
100%.
Yeah, also, when other members of Team Rocket try to capture Pikachu, they sabotage them,
Yeah. No one catches Pikachu but me.
pretty much.
So, like, they're basically just well, they're not well-meaning, but they're just idiots.
They're
just
chaotic good.
incompetent idiots, yeah.
Maybe chaotic neutral.
Yeah, chaotic neutral, yeah, quite possibly.
Mm-hmm.
So that stacks up because, of course, Team Rocket show up again. Brock's like, I'm not going to cook for him anymore, but he's got another idea. So after the talking to that Ash and Misty gave him, you know, we don't cook for him anymore because they don't deserve it. Brock's like, right, well, I won't anyway. It was a stupid idea and it's not going to work a third time. Surely.
Surely.
Mm.
So anyway, when Team Rocket next showed up, Brock wasn't planning on offering them food. And of course, Ash is like, you're not getting Pikachu, Ash yells, but Jesse's like, settle down to it, we're not here for you.
Oh,
Can you guess what they're here for?
they want Brock.
Oh,
Yep.
fucking sandwiches. Oh no, they're not for Brock.
They're here to kidnap Brock.
They want him to come cook for them.
Oh.
And here we go. You could be our personal chef, or you could be the boss's personal chef. Imagine the boss waking up in the middle of the night and wanting a midnight snack. But when he gets to the fridge, it's empty. Bummer, he'll say, I'm out of food. I'm going to starve to death. But then you'll appear and you'll say, don't worry, I can whip something up. And the boss will say, this is the best food I've ever had. Meowth and his friends deserve an award for bringing me this chef.
So from Pokemon to human kidnap.
Wow.
I really hope they stretched before that reach. That's all I'll say.
I hope they succeed. It sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened to the pewter gym leader? Oh well.
Well, now he's a chef for the Viridian City. Gym.
God.
He now cooks for Team Rocket.
That's the point, actually, Grace. What's happening in Pewter City Gym?
Well, it's been shut until he returns. So
So-
I imagine that everyone in that game is just like, we
Yeah,
can't
they'd
progress.
be stuck, wouldn't they?
We can't get past the fucking first gym because he's not in yet.
You'd have to start with like the level 15, level 20 electric gym, because the first two are just on holiday.
Yeah.
New headcanon.
Okay.
Okay.
After they've beaten the Elite Four, Ash, Brock, and Misty are pursued by several people who only have the 6 badges out of the 8 wanting a fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not.
And hell, Ash doesn't even win. Like, he has the advantage because everyone else can't get all eight badges.
No, the reason why he got badges off him and off Brock and Misty was because Team Rocket got in the middle of the fight and disturbed it.
Oh.
Like, essentially just threw the chessboard over, and they were like, you know what, thanks for helping me defend my gym. You didn't win, but I'll give you the badge anyway. And that's what happened.
And then they closed their gym down.
So, yeah, he got a pity prize.
So hang on a second. All we're saying is the first series of Pokemon are basically just Ash going around fucking
Winning on a
Kanto.
technicality.
Yeah, going around Kanto, either winning on a technicality or getting participation awards.
Yeah. And that's why
I think that was just Brock and Misty, but yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why he placed only in the top 16th.
Ah, okay.
Wasn't even the champion.
No.
No, he became champion in the Alolan one, but
Okay,
Can't
that's
name
like
one.
10 years later.
well, thank God he doesn't age, innit?
10 real world years later, so like...
No one's a champion overnight. You really think you could just rock up with an electric mouse and be like champion of the of the country
I did.
or the region? Yeah, so did I. But like
Yeah.
in real life,
I've done it a couple times, to be honest.
Are
What do you- in
we...
real life, what do you actually?
Well, in real life, I'd also be fine, because it's not me doing the fight, it's the dragon that I've been raising. that I've been
Have a
feeding
dragon,
candy to.
James.
Look,
Yeah, fucking...
okay, let's assume every Skittle counts as one rare candy.
Don't give me that. I know you chug Skittles.
I spend £1 on a bag of Skittles. I feed my Dragonite one a day,
So
and we just fucking
thing
go.
is, with rare candies that it won't give you any EV points, so you might be maxed out on levels,
You
but
don't
you'd
need
actually
EV
be
points
as
to win.
strong as a level 50.
Well, that's
that's it.
fine. The
No,
Elite Four
because
don't use
everyone
EV
who's
points
actually
either.
gone through the effort and gone to the gym and not just sat there eating sweets will actually be in shape.
Listen to you, Grace. It's been -1 days since you went to the gym, and already you're trying to shame me.
Stop sitting there force-feeding your dragon Skittles. Get the fuck to the gym.
Fine, I'll put my dragon on a treadmill, and then we'll go
Force-feed it
fight the
Skittles
Elite
whilst
Four.
it's on the
Or
treadmill.
if it's the
Yeah.
Galar Games, send him to university.
Sure.
Because no one can be bothered to EV train their Pokemon anymore, so they just send them to uni. So funny. Train them in speed.
Okay, so they're trying to kidnap Brock. What else happens?
Yeah, okay, well, they're not quite trying to kidnap him. This isn't really Team Rocket's MO because they're asking him nicely.
Oh,
Oh.
have they ever considered that with Pikachu?
Misty says, Brock isn't going to be your personal chef. Learn to cook for yourselves. And here we find the root of the problem. Jessie is too beautiful to cook. And James doesn't understand
Okay,
any
I'm
of
taking
the
objections to
terminology.
that. Nigella Lawson, very pretty lady,
Exactly.
also able to cook.
Yeah.
I think it's because Jessie thinks it's beneath her.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
Jessie
makes
thinks
sense.
it's beneath her. James doesn't understand any of the fucking words related to cooking.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
grew
he's a
up
rich boy, isn't he?
Like, what's a water bath? How do I separate egg whites? What's a roux? What's the difference between sauteing and sweating? How do I broil something? What does broil mean? It's all too much. So, yeah, Brock's like, okay. There. Cooking can be a bit hard when you don't understand the terminology, but you can learn. Anyone can learn to cook. I can teach you how to cook. So, here is Brock's solution.
Is he gonna go Gordon Ramsay on them?
No, he doesn't go Gordon Ramsay. He's very nice about cooking, unlike Gordon Ramsay.
Okay, good.
They're like, Team Rocket are like, well, we don't have gourmet ingredients like you. We're broke. But Brock's like, you don't need gourmet ingredients. Show me what you've got. So they open up one of their backpacks and they dump out the contents. And basically they end up with a few cups of instant ramen noodles and stale bread. But Brock's like, right, I'll
Hot
show
noodle
you.
sandwich, here we go.
Yeah.
Lobster thermidor, let's go.
Yeah, culinary delight. In fact, it's not that far from the truth, to be fair, Grace, because he's like, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to make a meal using the instant ramen that isn't just noodles and hot water. So, yeah, basically, Ash and Misty look guard Team Rocket while Brock cooks a meal, like several meals, in fact, with this instant ramen and stale bread. So...
Hang on. How many meals is he making with a single bit of bread? Is there fish involved as well?
Only the bread pudding.
Okay.
Yeah, only the bread pudding.
Brock isn't Jesus, just so we're completely...
Brock isn't Jesus. He may as well be.
Yeah.
For finding a solution to Team Rocket, but he is not Jesus.
Okay,
So-
good.
Yeah, he manages to create using, the instant ramen and a few other things that he had lying around. Like, over here we got the soups, we got Thai chicken ramen with coconut milk, chicken yakisoba, cold peanut and ramen salad, beef stir-fry, sweet and sour ramen, chili spaghetti ramen, and for dessert, bread pudding.
Yeah, but where's he getting all the flavourings from?
From his
Yeah.
own ingredients, apparently.
Oh, that's cheating.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
He's going to have to give them some of his, spices, isn't he?
He's
Yeah.
gonna have to show him how to buy better food ingredients too.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
well, herein lies his solution. Since he knows people are more reasonable on a full stomach, as we can all relate to, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Of course, Misty and Ash are amazed. They're like, well, how did you find out all the different ways to use instant ramen? And Brock's like, well,
I was a
practice.
student once.
Yeah. Practice, and I learned to cook for my siblings because, my mum wasn't very good at grocery shopping and she was too busy to cook. So, there we go. He makes a deal with Team Rocket. He says, I'll teach you guys how to cook. You'll be able to eat like us. In return, after the lessons are over, we never have to have contact with each other again.
Oh.
And Jesse's like, well, why should we
No
listen
deal.
to you? Do you want to go back to eating plain noodles and stale bread again? Wouldn't you like to learn how to make something new and exciting? And then it gets a little bit, sort of career advicey.
Oh,
Because Meowth's like, well, what are we going to do if we can't capture Pikachu?
Hang on, no, do the accent.
I can't do the accent.
Yeah, you can. I believe in you.
I can't even remember half what the accent is. It's kind of
Meowth is
Brooklyn-y, isn't
Brooklyn.
it? Yeah.
Meowth is very Brooklyn.
Yeah. Yeah, but what are we going to do if we can't capture Pikachu?
Perfect. Thank you.
Brock's like, well, you could learn new hobbies. You could design a website, learn to dance, take an acting course, learn to paint, learn to ride a unicycle, open a costume shop.
They should open a costume shop. They'd be
Yeah,
perfect
they
at
should.
that.
So, yeah, Brock teaches Team Rocket how to cook. They leave them alone after that. Then we discover that Ash and Misty aren't great cooks either.
That doesn't surprise me.
Misty once made a purple stew.
Oh.
Borrowed a recipe off Brock for this stew, and says she followed it, but it turned out purple.
Hmm.
And Brock's like, none of my stews are supposed to be purple. What did you put in it? Well, I put in ketchup, mayonnaise, Worcestershire sauce, miso, curry, garlic paste, wasabi, mustard, oregano, cinnamon.
That'll do it.
Did you even look at my recipe? Brock asked. It was boring, Misty answered. Brock is a bit pissed off about this, understandably.
Oh, yeah.
So, he's like, right, you need to understand the basics. And that's when he realizes that he now has to teach Ash and Misty to cook as well.
Yeah.
And that's where it ends. Brock suddenly realized he'd have to teach Team Rocket and Ash and Misty how to cook. What had he done?
So this is when they give up their travels, settle down. Brock opens a school and just
Yes.
teaches kids to cook.
That's it. The Pewter Cooking School for Children.
And one day he snaps at the concept of chicken nuggets and he spends his day spends the rest of his life on a campaign to make them non-existent.
Brock ends up being responsible for the banning of the turkey Twizzler in the Kanto
Yeah.
region.
Brock is the in-universe Jamie Oliver.
Yes,
He's
is.
truly
He
become a
ends up being
villain.
Jamie
He
Oliver.
lived too long.
Yeah, in this fic we see Team Rocket redeem themselves, but Brock becomes Jamie Oliver, who is debatably worse than Team Rocket because he tried to ban turkey Twizzlers.
Well, yeah, that's it. Team Rocket are just incompetent idiots. You know,
Yeah.
they're not bad per se.
They're not an
not
actual sugar
malevolent.
vampire.
Yeah, that's it. They're not. They're not malevolent. They're just
Mm-hmm.
incompetent. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. It filled in a few plot holes for
Yeah.
the Pokemon for me.
I agree. I'd love to see Team Rocket learn to cook, realize a new passion, settle down, open a costume shop, and then one day they just encounter Ash, Misty, and Brock again, like by coincidence.
Yeah,
They'll go to one of their shops. Ash won't recognize Team Rocket because they're in disguise
of course.
and living another life. But they'll know. They'll all know.
And they're just like, yeah, Brock turned my life around.
They've settled down. They've married. They've said
What, each
thanks,
other?
Brock. Yeah, absolutely.
Aw.
In my head, that's how this goes.
Oh, so you ship Jesse and James?
100%.
Hey, that's nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite a happy story. I've
Mhm.
had a hell of a week and it cheered me up.
This is the
Aw.
wholesomeness we need.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is.
I'm glad you found this.
Hmm.
And thank you, Tavriel, for writing this.
Yeah, absolutely. I really love the image of like Brock just being so fucking done with Team Rocket. He's like,
To be
right,
honest, I'm
you're
not
gonna
sure
learn
this
how to
needs
cook.
the out of character tag that it
No,
has.
it's not, is it?
No, this was pretty in character, I thought.
Yeah, Brock's a pretty kind of.
He's chill, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a
He
chill-
doesn't
he's a
pun
chill
that
guy.
often in this. I guess that could mean it's out of character.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, he is a pretty chill guy. He's like, yeah, you
Hmm.
know,
I agree.
yeah, cool guys, Brock. Good cook.
Indeed. This will only make sense to British people, but if we could get more TV chef references in, I would have liked it if Brock could have said, "Oh, now give that meat a good old rub."
I did scan it for that. It wasn't there, I'm afraid.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
For non-UK listeners, there is a TV chef named Ainsley Harriott who, I think he said it more than once, saying,
Yeah,
"Give that
probably.
meat, give that meat a good old rub."
I think it's his thing now.
Yeah, rubbing
Yeah.
his meat.
We'll maybe have to save that for the smutty sequel.
Oh, hang on. Let me just check one thing. I'm curious if there's any fics about Ainsley Harriott.
Oh, God.
Oh heck.
Possibly Ainsley/meat. Oh, there is one fic about Ainsley Harriott.
Oh, just the one.
Yeah,
I think that's another untapped
yeah.
untapped market there.
Though the fic is mostly about Panic at the Disco.
What?
Yeah. It's called 3 Stolen Chariots. It's got Panic at the Disco, Paramore, someone called the Brobecks, Fallout Boy, Ainsley Harriott, and Gandhi.
I'm sorry, what?
It's by someone called Lightwood Live, but the I's have been replaced with X's, so I don't know how to pronounce that.
That's honestly them tags just gave me whiplash.
Ainsley and Gandhi are here for shits and giggles. I'd probably giving that meat a good old rub.
Oh God.
Bloody
So,
hell.
okay, sorry for that tangent. So, yeah, anything else you want to add on this?
I'm hungry now. A lot of the ramen dishes sounded pretty nice.
Yeah.
Ramen with egg and vegetables, I could really go with that right now. Beef stir fry as well, you know.
Well, we've got one more fic to cover before you can do that.
Yeah, and then I can go and open a tin of curry. Because unlike Brock, I'm not a good cook at all.
No, me neither.
I need Brock to teach me how to cook.
Mm.
So, Jim, what have you been reading?
Yeah, oh, thank you. I'm glad you asked. So, I have been reading something called Misty's Pokegirl Harem.
Oh.
Okay. Are we back on the smut again? I think.
Oh, this is very smutty. This is by Snakebit 1995. The tags include... Well, the relationships are Ash Ketchum and Misty, Misty and Pikachu, and Misty/Pokegirls.
Okay.
The tags include Futanari Transformation, Pokegirls Freeform, Gender Bending, Large Breasts, Breast Expansion, Vaginal Sex, Anal Sex, and Masturbation.
There's 76,000 words of all this.
There are 76,000 words and 85 chapters. It is not finished yet.
Wow.
I have not read all of this. If you look at the chapters section, you can kind of more or less get the format of this. And I'm just going to walk you through some of the highlights.
Oh, okay, no.
So, the summary. Turns out Misty is a Futanari, with the power to change Pokemon into sexy Pokegirls. Follow her as she journeys with Ash and builds a group of girls right out of a dream.
Oh.
Contains lemons and Futanari.
Lemons?
Futanari isn't tempura, just so we're clear. It's that girls with Nick.
Yes.
I'm aware.
So, Grace, what is Futanari?
It's not tempura.
What is it?
It's girls with dicks, James.
Yes, it is.
What would constitute it being tempura?
Because for some reason I always get those two mixed up. There's nothing like going into a restaurant going, oh, I hope they have Futanari.
Ordering Futanari?
Can I get the Futanari chicken, please?
I do hope they got Futanari prawns.
No.
That's something I really want to Google, but really don't want to Google at the same time.
No, don't.
So, our story begins introducing Misty.
Mm-hmm.
She's been traveling with two boys, Ash and Brock, and they don't know that she's a Futanari.
Oh no.
She's been keeping that thing a secret.
Well, it's not really their business, is it?
It's not, but if you think about Misty's outfit, it's very impressive that she's kept this a secret.
Maybe it's just not very big.
I think it is fairly big, if I
Or
remember
maybe she's
right.
tucking it between her butt cheeks.
Yeah, probably.
It's a very impressive amount of tucking. The way she keeps this a secret is every time she needs to crank one out, she goes off into the woods. So, tonight is one of those nights where she needs to crank one out,
Okay.
Fuck's
and
sake.
she heads out in the middle of the night to crank one out. And she's given that meat a good old rub, and as she's about to come, she feels a surge in her loins. Here it comes. P?
Oh, no!
Pikachu
Run,
has shown up
Pikachu!
at the worst possible moment.
Run, Pikachu! Dodge!
Dodge it!
No!
When I came down off my high, I came face to face with a shocking sight. I'd covered Ash's Pikachu in my cum.
Oh no!
Is anyone else imagining the shocked Pikachu face?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Huh?
Ah!
Just with mayonnaise dripping down his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, that might be the thumbnail for this.
PVA glue.
Pikachu, I'm so sorry. And then Pikachu starts glowing.
Oh no, he's evolving.
Pikachu evolves into a more human shape. Towards the chest area, C-cup-sized breasts formed, and between the legs, a clear vagina developed.
Oh no.
On her head, shoulder-length blonde hair. The only thing convincing me this girl, who was about my height, was still Pikachu, was the fact she still had ears and a tail.
Convenient.
So, Misty's jizz transforms Pokemon into waifus.
That's... Wow.
Yeah. This is the special power of the Futanari. So Pikachu feels all bouncy and jiggly. And they're all...
Does it
and
talk, or is it just
Yeah,
still
no.
like, Pika,
Yep.
Pika?
She
Pikachu talks. I feel so
Oh.
weird, Pikachu said, poking her breasts.
Right.
And then they bang.
I see.
This is Misty's first time as well.
Really?
Yeah,
She's
So-
having it off with Ash's Pikachu.
yeah. Who is now humanoid. And yeah, Misty nuts again. I think 3 times in the first chapter. And considering this goes down in like the space of a couple minutes, that's very impressive.
That is impressive, yeah.
Yeah.
Considering they're trying to keep it secret.
Mm.
Look, let's not apply real life physics to Futanari, shall we?
No. I have notes about the things that violate the physics in this.
Really? You want to go on a tangent about refractory periods again?
I could do. We've covered refractory periods before.
We can link it back.
Yeah.
If you would like
What
to know
episode
about
did
the...
we talk about that with?
I was just basically going to let you edit that in.
I'd have to find it. So, long story short, refractory period, the average human, I think it's like 30 minutes for a teenager.
Yeah, I think so.
And as you
15
get
minutes
older,
for
it
a
gets longer.
teenager.
Yeah.
15 for teens, 30 for adults.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, Misty's just powering him out.
God.
But then
wow.
I suppose she is young, so...
I mean, I have just noticed that at the end of it, Pikachu now can shift back to being just like a
Yes.
little electric mouse again. I think that's worse.
Yeah, so Pikachu can transform back and forth as she sees fit.
Yeah.
But while Pikachu is in mouse form, they can speak telepathically.
Right, I see.
Oh, God.
And yeah, once they've banged, they head back and they carry on with their day. And they just carry on as normal, not telling Ash or Brock.
Yeah, this is something else.
Chapter 2 is called Stars. Star You and Star Me.
Oh, she's going to have a threesome.
Yeah. So she realizes she has this power. And so she looks over at her two Pokemon, Star You and Star Me. So she summons them out. Beats her meat. Where's the descriptions? Staryu was shorter than me, had approximately B-cup breasts. She had a cute butt and short, spiky, shoulder-length brown hair. Starmie was taller than me, had a double D-cup and a bigger butt. Also, her hair was purple, spiky, and down to her waist. Both girls had bright red eyes with star-shaped irises and cute little belly button piercings.
And then Misty thinks, I've always had this talent for figuring out breast size with just one glance. Weird. That explains it.
Oh, does she say that?
Yeah.
I missed that. That's perfect, because every description has an accurate description of the breast cup size.
Yeah.
You'll notice a pattern through this fic. The main description of when new characters appears starts with the cup size.
We always know about the titties.
Yep. Also, the titties seem to correlate with the power level of the Pokemon.
Of course it does.
The more powerful the Pokemon, the bigger the tits.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. So at some point she's going to jizz on Mewtwo and it's not going to be able to stand up for tripping on its own tits.
Don't think there's a Mewtwo chapter. Let me just check.
Give it time. Give it time.
I don't see Mewtwo. But as Charmander evolves, the boobs get bigger.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Mm-hmm. So, they have sex, all of them. And, yep, they transform back. The fic starts falling into a fairly similar pattern. Pikachu starts bringing balls from Ash's repertoire. And Misty transforms them.
Just to see what would happen.
Pikachu wants company. So,
Oh, okay.
starting with Charmander, she eventually starts bringing them more of them. Charmander... Hang on, where's the description of Charmander?
You're trying to find the titties, aren't you?
I'm scanning for the word number and then cup, so I can find description. Charmander, the humanoid body came first, followed by 2 B-cup-sized breasts, a cute little butt, short tomboyish orange hair, and sharp teeth. The only thing remained of her reptilian form was a tail with a flame on the end. So, but there's one line in the Charmander section I'd like to draw attention to.
Okay.
Charmander says, "Oh, Misty, this is wonderful. It's pushing all the way into my womb."
Oh, that would hurt.
Yes, it would.
That's not how it works.
Penises do not typically reach the womb.
So, yeah, Misty is kind of big then.
And yeah, if they do, that's gonna hurt.
But, yeah.
There's also another section further down. So, Misty says, "I want to try something," mounting her. "What are you?" "Ah! I push my penis into her asshole." "You shouldn't just do that."
No.
Why is this first person? What's going on?
Oh, all the fics are in first person.
Yeah, you should kind of, ask.
You should First of all, you should warm out for that.
Yeah.
Second, just jam it in without consent. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah. It absolutely will.
Moral of the story: always ask before jamming it up the butt.
Yeah. And, do some, prep work first.
Do some prep work first. Start small. If your dick's big enough to hit the womb, Charmander's gonna be pooping funny, let's just say that. I figured we should make this episode educational at the same time.
Yeah, fair enough. This has been a
More-
public service broadcast from the shipping
Yes.
forecast.
And-
Don't
exactly.
go doing it up the fucking butt without consent and preparation.
Consent and lube. One thing I will point to, there is a line in Butterfree and Pidgeotto that unintentionally made me laugh. It was... where is it? I've got it in my notes. It's in the Butterfree and Pidgeotto chapter.
Okay.
And it's... Oh, play with my jugs, Pidgeotto moaned as Butterfree squeezed the bird. And it just took me back to a Carry On film.
Hang on, Delia, does she bang Ash's mum?
Oh, yeah, okay. We're not going to get to Delia. We're going to start with the Ash chapter.
Okay.
So, until chapter 13, they're just banging Pokemon.
Yep.
And then we get to chapter 15, which is called Huge, Ash and Ashley.
And now they bang Ash.
Oh, a brief bit of canon divergence. Pikachu becomes a Raichu in this timeline.
Oh, okay, so he actually does evolve.
Because Pikachu wants bigger tits.
I see.
And becoming a Raichu does that. Ash's Pikachu remains the main waifu in Misty's Harem, incidentally.
Right, okay.
That's the main squeeze she keeps coming back to.
Fair enough, I guess.
The main squeeze.
So, so Raichu convinces Misty to sneak into Ash's tent because she has something to show her. And there's a brief skip ahead, and then you hear, "See? Told you it was big." Raichu had let me into Ash's sleeping room. Turns out he sleeps naked. Turns out Ash is a big lad. Ash's penis, no, his schlong was far bigger than mine. He was flaccid and still just shy of a foot long and enormously thick. Yeah. Again, Ash is a 10-year-old boy, unless they've aged him up for this. I can't remember. I'm going to assume they aged him up just for the sake of morality.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping the fucking age.
But a foot long, that's... You're gonna start worrying about your blood.
Yes.
I don't know footlong in like
12 inches.
mathematical terms, but I know that they sell a footlong sausage roll, and that's massive.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll put it this way, Grace.
That's a big sausage roll.
I'm 6'3".
It's like 30 centimeters.
Imagine 1/6 of Nick.
Yeah, that's a sixth of my height.
That's my forearm.
Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna Google things that are a foot long, just so we have some comparisons for Ash's dick. A 2-liter soda bottle.
Ah!
Yeah.
Imagine a 2-liter bottle of Coke. That's what Ash has in his
Jammed up your
pants.
arse. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Not necessarily up his ass. Though, actually, he would have to tuck, because Ash wears shorts as well.
No, he doesn't.
Doesn't he?
Where's trousers?
Oh. I'm thinking of...
Yeah, you're
I'm thinking
adding
of red.
things. You just want to see him in shorts. Your
No, I
mind has changed it for you.
No, thank you. Okay, so... Yeah, Ash's dick's big. They decide to play with it while he's sleeping. Morality of that aside, when he wakes up, he's okay with it.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of hoping he would be.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And-
this doesn't feel like a dark fic. It's just...
It's not. This is
Yeah.
not a dark fic at all.
Oh, it feels dark. She's just fucking come all over a load of Pokemon. And now she's frisking people in their sleep.
And now she's about to come all over Ash.
She's a menace.
So, to be fair, the Pokemon do consent to it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I don't want them on my party.
So Ash, Misty, and humanoid Raichu bang. And eventually Ash gets covered in the cum as well. And it starts transforming him.
Oh, so it works on people as well.
Misty's cum works on people too. It transforms him. He's becoming a girl. Ash's chest balloons into a set of large H-cup melons. The rest of his now feminine body was not falling behind. His butt grew big and jiggly. I feel... Ash? I... Moo.
Ash is... Oh my god, we're back at the cows.
Yeah. Ash becomes half Miltank.
Ash is a Miltank, Jesus.
Ash
Christ.
becomes a Miltank girl. Yeah.
This fic has everything.
And
Well,
now
I
goes by
suppose it-
Ashley.
I suppose it will with like 76,000 words.
Yeah. So now, yeah, Ash has big old titties.
Yeah, what is it about like lads turning into cows?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of that, and that's kind of what drew me to this fic, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, it's your new fetish now, isn't it?
No, it's... I'm curious why there's so much cow kink in here.
Yeah.
By here, I mean AO3.
I guess we may have to do a fucking cow episode.
The cow episode, yeah. So yeah, she starts sucking on Ashley's titties. And it becomes routine that Ash will get Misty some milk in the morning.
Fair enough.
Like a full glass for breakfast every day. So yeah, Misty has the power to turn humans,
anybody into anything by the sounds of things.
anyone into anyone becomes a Pokegirl.
Yeah.
If they're human, they get Pokemon traits and become a girl. If they're a Pokemon, they become just a girl.
So yeah, there's a thing. I think Grace's...
Yeah, Grace, are you
mind
okay?
has exploded.
Grace, are you there?
Only in body.
Fuck. Is this fic too much?
I feel how to word this. I feel like my childhood has been severely
Yeah.
age rated up.
Yeah.
I think when I now think of Pokemon, I'm now going to think of not only like the good times I've had playing it, but also AO3, which wasn't
Yep.
necessarily the cocktail I expected to hold on to.
I see.
Yeah, what they're gonna look like with massive titties.
Yeah.
Ash is not going to look the same way to me. Especially the episode where he meets Whitney.
Which
Fuck's
brings
sake.
me to Ash's mum.
Leave the woman alone, AO3.
Chapter 14, Mother Delia.
Oh.
I should explain. Over the course of this fic, they've been doing the normal Pokemon stuff
Yeah.
in the background. Like, Ash has been beating all the gyms, doing all the championships, and he returns to Pallet Town before coming to Johto. And Misty's tits are getting bigger, first of all.
Okay.
She's officially up to D cups.
Important plot point, alright.
No, this is an important plot point. You'll
What?
see when we get there, I promise.
Okay.
So, they stay at Ash's house. She's restless and thinks, hey, maybe a hand job will help me sleep. But instead of sorting herself out, she just goes, oi, Ash, change form, come on. It's time to go. So Misty has become a bad bitch here. Like, she is so used to having a harem, she doesn't even sort herself out anymore.
Yeah, it's just like... Yeah,
Like, she's gone from shy, virginal Futanari to, I have everyone at my whim. And if I need a handy, I'll call on my cow girlfriend to make that happen.
Fuck's sake.
So, they start shagging. Unfortunately, Ash's mum walks in.
Oh.
At an unfortunate moment. Ash's mum walked in and the explosion of cum drilled her and was making her transform.
Fucking hell.
She becomes part Houndoom.
Oh, no.
Notably, we don't get a cup size for Ash's mum.
Because she was undescribable.
Her ass and breasts firm up and grow larger, but we don't get a size. I think this is one of the only times we don't get a size.
Oh, wow, okay.
She groaned as her teeth appeared to get sharp and fang-like. Her nails become sharp like nails. So she's a dog girl.
Demon dog girl.
Demon dog girl.
Yeah.
Proceeds to fucking dominate her own son.
Yeah.
Who
There is that.
Who is now her daughter.
And occasionally back to her son, because she knows Ash is hung.
Wow.
Is child protection a thing in this universe?
I don't believe so.
I guess not.
Honey, you have the cock of a grown man and you're still a growing boy. Delia smirks.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a thing.
Misty's thoughts. Ash is still young. I wonder if that means that monster is only going to get bigger.
What's Brock doing in all this?
I think Brock leaves.
Does Brock leave, what, in disgust, or...?
He doesn't have a chapter.
He's got a gym to run and he's just like...
Yeah, it's
I
like...
got shit to do.
I'm not hung enough for this fic.
You want to fuck your way around the world, that's your business, but I've got things to do.
Yeah.
I'm tired of you lusting after my onyx.
So, other notable chapters I read, she bangs Whitney, the Miltank, and Ashley, which is
Bloody
3
hell.
Miltanks.
She's
Does
just
that
fucking
make it
her way
better?
across the region, isn't she?
I assume, yeah, she essentially bangs her way around the regions.
She's Commander Shepherding around Kansas.
She is.
Yeah.
She is Commander Shepard.
Absolutely.
Oh, when I finally get round to replaying Mass Effect, I'm naming my Shepard Misty.
Yeah,
No.
Misty Shepherd. It's a pity they don't have the cyberpunk thing, because then you could give your character a penis. As
Oh
well.
shit, yeah.
If they
Okay,
can
I'm naming my
pop that in,
cyberpunk character Misty. And I'm going to footer my way around.
go around, bang everybody.
Mm-hmm. So, unless there's any other titles here that stand out to you guys, I'm going to skip ahead to Misty Island.
Misty Island.
Yes.
Okay.
So, plot has happened, and a spirit medium has guided her to this lonely forest island. Her tits have been still getting bigger. So they walk into it. This is chapter 73, incidentally.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, that's commitment.
The two of us walked into a clearing. There was a small stone monument there with something scribbled on it. This monument marks the legend of the mighty Futanari, our connection to the gods.
No.
May asks, wait, you can read that? And she says, yeah, can't you? May says, no, it's just weird symbols. Then a voice from the sky says, that's because only Futanari can read that.
So if you're a girl with a dick, you can read it.
Both of us gasped as 2 Pokemon flew around us, one blue and one red. It's Latios and Latios. I may be pronouncing that wrong. We've been waiting to see you. They both glowed to assume their Pokegirl forms. They both look like sexy twins with big bubble butts, long cocks, big K-cup tits, and long sexy hair.
Is there a K? Is there a fucking K cup?
That's a good question.
There apparently is
Let's
a K.
look. Let's look this up.
You'd be a cripple if you had a K cup.
You can buy K-cup bras.
Who's...
People with back problems.
Yeah, people definitely with back problems.
You'd have to be held up with a steel spine for a K cup, wouldn't you? You'd have to be Dr. fucking Octopus.
Hello, Peter. I jiggled. Anyway, so they meet the 2 legendary Pokemon. They're like, oh, you're pretty sexy, Misty. Then they bang.
Of course they do.
Of course they bang. There's a pattern.
Head to the Sky
I
Tower.
feel as if plot was happening, and then they're like, nah.
Plot is happening, but it's genuinely like a porn script.
It's happening
where
off screen.
There's a little bit of plot, and then they go, right, now go.
Yeah, now we'll
now
go
go
bang.
here. But first, we must bang.
Yeah. Here is a contrived reason why we should bang, and now we're going to bang.
So once they bang, they tell Misty to head to the Sky Tower. And Misty heads to the Sky Tower in chapter 74.
Okay.
So they climb the tower, and a large green dragon swirls in the sky above them.
Leave him alone. Don't do it. Don't leave my favourite legendary alone.
While a giant blue and red fish jumped out of the sea, and a massive red metallic monster rose up like a mountain.
My childhood.
All 3 glowed and became the legendary Pokegirls appeared before us.
I want you to stop reading now, James, or I'll kill you.
Keep reading.
The first had short red hair, large M-cup breasts,
Oh
and a
my
thick
God.
ass. M, we're halfway through the alphabet.
Hey, God.
Wow.
She had a slight tan with dark patterns like tribal tattoos on her skin. Groudon, May whispered.
Is it Groudon or Groudon?
I've always read it Groudon.
I don't think it matters.
The next girl had dark blue skin, long white hair. Her butt was the largest of the group, and she had J-cup breasts, capped with dark blue nipples. Kyogre. And so the last one, the tallest of the bunch by a good foot, had soft green skin, long yellow and emerald hair, pink K-cup breasts, and a long cock like the others.
You're enjoying
Rayquaza.
this, aren't you?
I'm enjoying gross suffering, yes. I was told I need to come to you for information, Misty said. It's been a long time since we've gotten to have something like this. How about you let us have some fun with your friends? So they all bang.
I think you're being a bit self-indulgent with this, Vic, because do you know how long you've been rattling on about Pokegirls for?
I'm building to
keep it
something here.
15 minutes each, and you're all saying, like, no, wait, look, listen to this other one. Look how big. God.
I assure you there's a payoff here.
There fucking better be, James.
So, it turns out all the legendary Pokemon are Futanaris.
Misty is a legendary Pokemon.
Misty is turning into another legendary Pokemon. That's why her tits are getting bigger.
So there is a plot.
Yeah.
Right.
No!
All the Pokemon humans call one-of-a-kind legendary Pokemon who were once Futanari, who reached the pinnacle of evolution, Jirachi told me. And just like us, you too will soon become this. What? Misty gasped. You're saying I'm going to turn into a legendary Pokemon? Precisely. It's already started. Hadn't you thought it strange your breasts are getting so large?
I thought I had a medical condition, but not
She
that.
thought it was because of Ashley's milk.
I love it.
Because they start getting bigger as Misty starts drinking Ashley's milk every day. No, that's because you're unlocking evolution.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe that they managed to
Yeah.
work an underlying story arc into that.
I
That's
know.
genuinely impressive.
I told you I was getting there. Have
Like-
faith in me.
Here's the thing. I was listening to paragraph after chapter of quite
Then
well
they
written
bear.
smut, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been skimming the smut. It's pretty well written.
Yeah, and then, like, that comes out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. And this was a plot twist years in the making.
That's
Not only
amazing.
that, but they sort of left red herrings in this. Because I assume if you were reading this as it was coming out, everyone would have assumed, oh, you started drinking Ashley's milk, your tits are getting bigger.
Yeah,
No, it's because she's secretly a legendary Pokemon.
that's insane.
Yeah.
It is insane.
And then they bang. All the legendary Futanaris bang.
What we've ended up here, rather than sort of like a one shot, we've ended up with like a fucking Color Climax box set, haven't we?
Yeah. This is the AO3 equivalent of EastEnders.
Sort of the
It's
porn
very
parody of
long,
EastEnders.
and there's plots that you didn't see coming. Yeah.
I'm well impressed with that.
Yeah, I told you something was coming from this.
Jesus Christ. That was like the equivalent of, I don't know, it was just being like a slap in the face, you know? Like just an
But suddenly there
unexpected-
was a storyline about how Misty is one day going to transcend and become a new legendary Pokemon.
Yeah, and it all fucking
And all
resolves.
the legendaries used to just be women with dicks.
Yeah, it was like, I'll tell you what it was like. It was like watching Ocean's 11, right? And then
In what way?
Because
Oh, like the payoff at the end.
like there's
Like
the
the
build up,
twist.
and it's like, oh, what's happened, and then something happens, and then it's all explained at the end, and it all sort of falls into place. It's like, Jesus Christ.
You're right. This was like Ocean's 11.
Oh, I'm fucking done. I'm really
That's
glad.
fair.
I'm really glad you went last because I don't know where I could have gone from here.
You're welcome. Anyway, once she learns that she's a Futanari of Legends, they do the battle frontier.
Oh,
And
and Ash tries to throw in a Pokeball.
oh, that would be useful for Ash. Like as soon as Misty ascends into being the new legendary.
Yeah, like right, you're fighting for me now.
Mm-hmm. So one thing I'd
Turn
like
me into a slutty cowgirl. It's the least you can do.
exactly. Oh, there's a Q&A in the Onyx fic. Hang on. The Onyx one is called Rock Hard Onyx, incidentally.
Yeah, number 5.
So, Q&A. For more backstory, do Misty's sisters know? Yes, but it's not important to the story. Will Ash and Brock learn that Misty can transform? Still thinking about it.
Oh, so Brock is here.
Brock is here. He eventually leaves.
I see. Right, okay.
Will there be food and Pokemon as well? Not sure. Still thinking about it. So, they're definitely planning as they went.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is... I mean, they started in 2015, weren't they?
Yeah, this took 4 years to write.
Wow.
And they're not finished. I think they're just on hiatus. I'd be curious to see this carry on, to be honest.
I'd be curious to see how they're going to finish it.
Yeah, I'd like to see an ending where Misty, just becomes a Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She does bang Team Rocket as well. Well, she bangs Jessie. I don't think she bangs James. Oh, she bangs Meowth as well.
Oh, please. So there's not going to be a bit where James has bigger tits than Jessie in this.
Oh, yeah. That's something they need to work on.
Yeah.
Because, of course, James has bigger tits. That's canon.
Yeah, that is canon.
To the
Hang on.
Pokemon universe.
What?
Oh.
I can hear you
Grace's
talking
mum.
about big titties. Keep it down.
I heard big titties. What's going on? Hang on, one I do have to check. I'm hoping... So, they bang Noctowl, the owl Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping for lots of Hooter puns. But I'm not seeing any. That's a shame. Disappointing. That's my one criticism. More puns.
Nah, this don't need puns.
Yeah, you don't need puns when you got big old titties.
From what I've skimmed of it, there was that big build-up and then that punch to the face where you learn that Misty's going to be a Pokemon.
Yeah.
A legendary Pokemon, nonetheless.
That was wild. So, what have we learned today?
I don't know. My brain's been bleached.
Yes.
Wow. I'm sorry for ruining your childhood, Grace.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. You're right. I thought it was a good thick. A good fic.
Yeah. I mean, I have
So
learned...
thank you, Snakebit 1995.
I have learned
10 out of 10.
a literary punch in the face feels like. Like, just being blindsided out of nowhere by that stunning revelation, and that isn't sarcasm. I am deeply, deeply impressed. Yeah, fucking top-notch.
Mm-hmm. So,
How
do we wrap this up?
I think that was really impressive because we managed to enjoy it for something other than the smut.
Yeah,
Even though
that's
the smut
true.
was very good.
As I say, yeah, I kind of skim over the smut in these. I don't think it's our place just to sit here and read graphic erotica. I don't think that's what people come to our show for.
No.
But we
I
don't
will
know
say-
if no one fills out our
Shh.
what? Well, they don't. They don't fill out our questionnaires.
We shouldn't admit that.
Well, they should, and they should fill them out.
Yeah, we should probably do another listener survey at some point.
If you want quality content, fucking earn it.
If you want quality content, go somewhere else.
Please, let's not end on a negative. God, no, I don't even know how to end the show after a lore-heavy Futanari story. It's just...
Look, I'm just
somehow
going to
fits
say...
plot in with all that dicking.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it was very good. I think what we've learned today is that even after 2 years of sort of doing this, we can still manage to be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that...
there was so many surprises in the Pokemon fandom.
Absolutely. I think that's quite amazing, and hopefully we'll get many more years out of this stuff until people start donating to our Ko-fi.
Oh, we've got plenty of fandom still to come.
Oh, yes.
In fact, I kind of want to give a brief shout-out to the other fic I was strongly considering reading, which I ended up not doing in the end. So, there was another fic called Chucklefuck by Sky Blue Pimpsuit.
I'd forgotten about that.
It's one I'd like to revisit at some point.
Yeah.
It contains Gary Oak, Giovanni, and Mewtwo. The additional tags are Gary Motherfucking Oak, Clowns,
Well, of
Clown
course.
Fucking, Chuckleverse, and Clown Fetish.
Chuckleverse.
It is part 1 in the Chuckleverse series. There is currently no part 2. I would love there to be a part 2.
Is Chuckleverse what I think it is?
They are trying to start a clown sex continuity.
Oh my god. Fucking Marvel and DC, watch the fuck out!
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my...
So, if I can find a way to contrivingly revisit that, I will.
Oh, fucking Chuckleverse is coming at you.
Yeah. Into the Chuckleverse.
Oh.
So, yeah. Watch that space.
Yeah.
And
See you, Chucklefucks, later.
yeah, this is the end of our season 2.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do something special at Christmas. We might do something at New Year's.
Yeah,
Well-
we'll see how we feel, because we've been doing this pretty much 2 years non-stop now, so we're going to have about a month off to get our Christmas shopping sorted.
Exactly.
So,
And
but
then we'll come back season 3. We'll be back in January. I will definitely release something in December because I've got a couple of ideas
yep, fear not.
of what I'd like to do.
We're not going anywhere. Well, we are going somewhere, but not anywhere far.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening with us so far. We've had a lot of fun making these.
Oh, absolutely.
And yeah, if you like the show, spread the word. Subscribe, like us, tell us what you like as well. I'm going to put out another listener survey as well, come to think of it.
Yeah, tell your friends, but maybe not your family.
Oh, that's a good motto, actually. Tell your friends. You don't want to tell your family.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, looking forward to the rest to season 3.
Yep. Have a wonderful rest of November and a wonderful.
Oh, this is coming out the end of November.
Yeah, have a wonderful rest of the November and a wonderful start of December.
No, Nick, it's coming out like November 30th.
Well, yeah, there's still there might be some November left when people listen.
This is coming out November 28th, so there are 2 days of November to enjoy. Assuming they're listening the same day it comes out.
Exactly.
Which they probably aren't, statistically.
Stop wishing your life away and enjoy the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Deep thoughts from the shipping forecast. And
exactly.
for me, it's goodbye.
Indeed. Good night.
Good night.